Friends and family of Sonya Massey gathered in court today for opening statements in the trial of a former Illinois sheriff's deputy who shot and killed the 36-year-old at her home last year. The jury also heard from several witnesses in the case against Sean Grayson. He was one of the officers who responded to Massey's own 911 call to report a possible prowler near her home. In a matter of minutes, Massey was killed following an altercation with deputies after she went to handle a boiling pot of water on her stove. Grayson has pleaded not guilty to first-degree murder. His attorneys say he acted in self-defense. If convicted, Grayson faces 45 years to life in prison. For more, let's bring in Anna Schecter. She's a senior coordinating producer for CBS News' Crime and Public Safety Unit. So, Anna, what did we hear in court today? Who testified?
Well, we heard from the other officer who was there in her home with Sean Grayson and whose body camera footage took that second wider shot where you actually see him draw his weapon and fire that shot. Now, he said that Sonya Massey did nothing and said nothing that made him perceive her as a threat. It was actually when Grayson drew his firearm that he then drew it as well because he was alarmed by that. And so that testimony is going to help the prosecution. Now, in Illinois, under Illinois law, first-degree murder does not require premeditation. So that's what state's attorneys are trying to prove to the jury, that he did, in fact, murder her. Doesn't need to prove premeditation to meet that bar. So we'll see. Of course, this was a witness brought by the prosecution. We haven't yet gotten the witness list from the defense.
And there was also talk today about Grayson's employment history and behavior, right? How will that play in?
Well, he has a history of allegations of abuse of power. He cycled through 6 different law enforcement agencies in just 4 years. That was brought up today. But his prior disciplinary file, that actually was ruled not admissible in court by the judge. So the jury's not going to hear about mistakes that he made, lying on police reports, the speeding ticket when he actually was in a car chase and he hit a deer, which was essentially ruled by his superior at the time as unsafe behavior while on the job.
Gotcha. All right, Anna Schecter, we know you'll stay on top of it. Thank you.